So, if you want to be a leader in the tech world, you've got to master business, technology, and design. But how on earth do you learn all three at once? Well, that's why today we're taking a deep dive into a program built to do just that. Carnegie Mellon's Master of Science in Product Management. Let's see what it's all about.
Okay, so what really separates a good product manager from a great one these days? It's not enough to just be an expert in one little box anymore. You have to be what some people call a triple threat, totally fluent in a few different worlds. But what are those worlds?
And there it is. The magic happens right here, at the intersection of sharp business thinking, a real understanding of technology, and an obsession with the user. User-centered design. Nailing this mix is tough, for sure, but it's what defines the absolute best in the field.
And that's exactly what brings us to the program we're exploring today. Carnegie Mellon literally designed its Master of Science in Product Management, or MSPM, to build leaders who can live and breathe right in that sweet spot.
The program's real superpower is its structure. This is not some business degree with a couple of tech classes tacked on at the end. Now, this is a true 50-50 joint venture, a genuine powerhouse built by two world-leading schools. And trust me, when you see the names behind it, you'll get why this is such a big deal.
First up, the tech side of things. You're learning from the #1 ranked school of computer science in the entire country. That means you're not just reading about tech in a textbook, you're in the room with the people who are literally inventing the future of it.
But it gets even more dialed in than that. As a modern PM, you're going to be working with AI. It's just a fact, so you need to get it. Well, here, you're learning from the #1 program for artificial intelligence. AI isn't some side elective here. It's a core competency, and CMU puts you right at the heart of it all.
But hey, powerful tech is useless if nobody wants to use it, right? So the program also plugs you into the world's #1 Human-Computer Interaction Institute. This is where you really nail that design piece, learning how to create products that people don't just use, but absolutely love.
And to make sure all this amazing tech actually succeeds in the real world, you get the expertise of the top-ranked Tepper School of Business. This is the piece that ensures you're building not just a cool product, but a real profitable business. You're getting a world-class education in all three pillars, all at the same time. But a degree like this isn't just about the fancy names on the building. It's about what you do. The entire philosophy of this program is about learning by doing, taking all that elite theory and immediately turning it into real tangible impact.
And they cram all of this into one super intense year. It all kicks off in the spring with your core foundational courses. Then you're immediately out in the real world applying that knowledge in a summer internship. And you wrap it all up in the fall with a major capstone project for a real company. It's a whirlwind.
So, if you break it down, it makes perfect sense. Step 1, you master the fundamentals. Step 2, you go out and test those skills in a real job during your internship. And then step 3, that's where you really prove yourself, basically acting as a PM consultant to solve actual problems for companies in everything from robotics to big tech.
And look, it's not all about the hard skills either. The program puts a huge emphasis on leadership with its Accelerate Leadership Center, which gives you one-on-one coaching. Just listen to what a recent grad, Shubham Lalwani, said. They focus on your emotional intelligence, your EQ, to help you fulfill your leadership potential. That's huge.
Okay, so you go through all this world-class, hands-on experience. But what's the payoff? Why does this all matter for your career? Let's talk about the return on your investment.
Yeah, let's just start with the big number. For the class of 2024, the average starting salary, just 5 months after graduating, was over $147,000. That's a pretty powerful signal of the value employers see in these grads, right?
And they're not waiting around for these jobs either. A massive 89% of that very same class already had job offers in hand within that same 5-month window. This program is basically a rocket ship straight to a top-tier PM career.
So, where are these grads actually ending up? Well, of course, tech is a huge one, but look at this. You've got graduates taking their skills into consulting, into finance, into biotech and health. It just goes to show that this kind of product leadership is valuable everywhere.
All right, this all sounds pretty amazing, right? But it's also a really intensive, selective program. So I think the next big question is, who is this actually for? Let's take a look at what a typical class looks like. First off, this isn't some massive lecture hall program. We're talking about an average class size of just 35 people. That creates a really tight-knit group. It's also incredibly diverse, 43% women, and everyone comes in with serious real-world experience. The median is 5.5 years of work before they even start the program. Okay, I know what a lot of you are probably thinking right now. You see that #1 school of computer science, and it can sound a little intimidating. So, do you need a formal CS degree to even think about applying?
And the answer is a huge, resounding no. What the program is really looking for is technical aptitude, that you can grasp technical concepts, and a real hunger to learn. They aren't looking for a specific diploma. In fact, they want people from all sorts of backgrounds, from engineering to business and way beyond.
So, if your wheels are turning and you're thinking, hey, this might actually be for me, let's get down to the brass tacks, let's talk about your investment, and how you can actually take the next step.
Look, an education like this is a big investment, no doubt about it. But there is help available. Every single person who applies is automatically considered for the program's own scholarships. They also participate in the Yellow Ribbon program for U.S. military veterans, and they have a whole office dedicated to student financial aid.
And if you're serious about this, you'll want to get these dates on your calendar. The applications for the class starting in spring 2026 are already open, and there are 3 main deadlines running from May through September of 2025.
Which really brings us back to the big question at the end of all of this. This program is tailor-made for a special kind of leader, someone who wants to live and build right at that amazing intersection of business, tech, and true innovation. So the only real question left is that leader you?